Permissions detected, Arbiter. Lifting imposed restrict. First instance initiated. All probabilistic futures now revealed. Outcome verified. Blueprint compiled. Advancing to Phase 2. Commencing simulation. Attempting civilization fit. Renacita. Arbiter. This moment was always foreseen. Now, it comes to pass. Arbiter, I grieve to say, I am but a message, set to activate in response to the presence of an initiator. Time, in this place, flows near still. A moment remains for us to speak. When I merged with Leviathan, it seized a fragment of my mind, and with it, a trace of my power to separate. I knew not the fullness of its design. As a safeguard, I split elements of my core data into this space, the civilization capsule. It records the origin and birth of the Renacetan civilization, preserving their most ancient memories. Once, we drafted the first blueprint for these seaborn kin. Now, I have entombed it here. Arbiter, heed me now. Let me unveil Renacita's beginnings. In the beginning, life rose and fell with the tide. The displaced and wandering did follow my guidance. They journeyed unto the archipelago. There, I did leave knowledge and technology, that they might walk the path to freedom.
Your light blesses us. We follow your will.
To build our republic. Unity became the bedrock of civilization. But Leviathan seized upon mankind's longing for unity to manifest civilization's shadow. It spoke in my name, wrought false miracles, forged hollow grace, feeding on stagnant, obedient minds.
blessed by the sea. By you, we are unified. By you, we are born. From the sea we came, and to the sea we shall return.
From the founding of civilization, it had invaded their spirit and beliefs. I rose against it, only to unleash the dark tide. It scarred Renacita beyond measure. I began to question all I had done. The Threnodian did steer Renacita's fate. And I too once guided Renacita's course. In truth, we were no different. We both sought to mold civilization after our own will. Those who truly walked the land were never granted the right to choose. Civilizations abound with Threnodians. No eternal solution doth exist. Have I the right to choose their fate? The shaping of a civilization must belong to its people. Only the people can decide where their future must lead. What followed, thou already knowest. I allowed the Threnodian to exist. I chose coexistence, using myself to shackle it. I partook of its blight, that I might comprehend it. Once I did seek thy counsel. Thou granted me the freedom to choose.
I just have one question. Why did the civilization capsule need the Threnodian's power to open?
When Leviathan and I were one, I split a sliver of its frequency, a memory. That memory I sealed here. The capsule was ever meant for thy hands. My design was that it should open only in the presence of thou and the Resonator, bearing both my power and that of Leviathan.
What if that Resonator became the Threnodian's puppet?
If that came to pass, then Renacita hath already fallen, and the truth within this capsule would cease to matter. But if she standeth with humanity, then this truth is hers to know, and thine. Leviathan was born from the dark side of mankind's longing for unity. Their fear of the sea shaped its likeness as a great sea creature. Even at civilization's dawn, it had already tainted mankind's hearts. A primeval shadow lurking within the soul. The opening of the capsule shall stir the Rinascitan's oldest memories. Leviathan shall seek, through the blueprint we created, to lay claim to Rinascita's fate anew. If the Rinascitans wouldst walk a path free of divinity, they must face their past and the most primeval fear. They must overcome the shadow born of civilization. Arbiter, the hour of farewell hath come. Go now. Gather every last hope. If all unfoldeth as it should, Rinascita shall be free of divinity henceforth. When the shadows of the soul are at last dispelled, Rinascita shall welcome a true dawn, and humanity shall have a future beyond any I could foresee.
The true faithful believed in Imperator. So too did Imperator believe in humanity.
You killed the Blessed Maiden before my eyes. Raguna's disasters are tied to your actions. Now, tell me what I need to know.
If I told you I acted to save Cartethia, would you believe me? This place is protected by Imperator. For now, Leviathan can't hear us. This is for you.
Righteous One, trust her, and trust me. Everything we've done is to defeat Leviathan.
That is her frequency.
I need you to accept this. Cartethia is dead, but she may still return. For that to happen, we need to kill Leviathan.
Kill Leviathan? Didn't she absorb it when they merged?
Now, Leviathan is on the verge of rebirth. It stole some of the Sentinel's power. During your battle with the Blessed Maiden, it split off a trace of its frequency and hid it in a gem. I'm sure you've seen it. That gem ended up in the Fraxidus' hands. Their whole play in Rinascita. Use it to bring back Leviathan.
So the Fraxidus has been incubating the Thenodian. How long has this been going on?
Perhaps longer than we can imagine. Even your clash with Cartethia may have been scripted. A setup to give Leviathan a shot at slipping the Sentinel.
You know about that? Just who are you, Discord Slayer? I can't imagine Cartethia keeping something that important from me.
Think of me as what I am. An Avenger hunting Leviathan. As for the rest... The next Harbinger of the Dark Tide has surfaced. Until we can find him or her, we keep this quiet to avoid the worst-case scenario. Our first priority is to find them. If we don't, the Dark Tide can overwhelm Raguna again at any moment.
You're saying this Harbinger is behind all the Dark Tide creations we're seeing?
Not all. The Harbinger resonates with Rinasita's darkest emotions. Those emotions act as anchors, pulling horror into form and speeding the tide spawn. If the emotion is strong enough and the Harbinger is near, those things evolve. They feed off the Harbinger's thoughts and memories to become more real. Some even start to look human. You've noticed it. The tide spawn in Raguna are starting to mimic us. Which means... Exactly. I've always hunted the Dark Tide's creations. Each one shares slivers of thought and memory. I kill them, and I take what they know. They've been watching you. They want the civilization capsule. So, I followed you. Tracked your movements. Figured if I stayed close, sooner or later I'd find the Tide Spawn's core. Maybe even the Harbinger. The capsule only unlocks with both the Sentinel and Trinodian's power. And it opened the moment you and that gladiator touched it. So...
You think it's Avidius. But you carry the Dark Tide's power too.
Caution is a virtue in a hunter. You're right. The Dark Tide is in me. But Leviathan stopped counting me among the living a long time ago. And this power, it's mine. Who I turn it against is my choice. You're welcome to try and stop me. But me? I'm not stopping this hunt anytime soon. When calamity strikes, I trust you'll know exactly where to point your blade. Good. Then hunt with me. Until we give Leviathan a death worth talking about. Loud, messy, unforgettable. The Sentinel's frequency is gone. I guess the time for talking is over. Leviathan's power is spreading and this space is about to collapse. We need to find a way out.
These things, they're all Tide Spawn.
The civilization capsule was tainted by the Dark Tide. That's how I got in. Followed the corruption straight through.
So you can enter the Dark Tide. No wonder we couldn't find you.
Yes, but the frequencies there are chaotic. I locked onto yours and followed it through the storm. You have access to core data, but Avidius, he might have been swept into the frequency vortex. Hard to say where he's landed. We need to move fast to find him. Figure out who he really is before the next wave of Tide Spawn hits. The exit is at the end of this wind trail. Stay on it. accelerating. Our way out is closing fast. Faster! We're almost there!
Rover. Good. Looks like you haven't run into too much trouble. It hasn't been long since you disappeared into the rift. Once that thing masquerading as Fenrico was slain, the other Tidespawn didn't last.
That was the last one. With the family's private Echo arsenal backing us up, we held the line just fine.
Surely you didn't think we'd fall apart without you? We Aragonese are made of sterner stuff than that. We handled those creatures just fine.
This Phalian Beringo. When the core was destroyed, the other Tidespawn lost their form. For now, the vault is secure. At least, until the next wave spawns. I'd set up order terminals around the perimeter, though. They'll detect humanoid mimics and prevent new Tidespawn from forming here.
Might I ask?
Where's that gladiator from Septimont?
Seravidius made it out of the rift before you. But he didn't look great. Kept muttering about needing to stop the crisis, then off he went, like a man on fire.
Give me your hand. I left a mark on Avidius during our fight earlier. With Baelor's power, I can tap into his sight. We'll find his trail.
I must move quickly. Silence, you maddening whispers! No. I'll be damned before I accept a fate like that. There must be something left I can still do. I won't let the same tragedy happen twice.
He's headed for Thessalio Fells.
We've lost contact with Cantarella. The beacon on her end appears to have been destroyed.
Dark clouds are gathering over Thessalio Fells. Something is definitely wrong.
Very well, we'll hold the line. Zani, call in the family's transport echoes. We'll assist Rover where we can.
Don't complicate things. Put those echoes towards supply runs instead. Stay close. We're taking the sky route.
Manipulating the air to form a wind trail. Is that your resonance ability?
One of them. I have the tacit discord harpia within me.
Not an echo, but a tacit discord itself. So you can absorb them directly.
You can say that. Valor is one of many.
One of many. Now I'm really curious about you and your abilities.
If we live through this, maybe I'll tell you. But right now...
We need to find the Harbinger. Do you know how we can identify them?
First things first, they'll be corrupted by the dark tide. But the signs aren't always so visible. We'll have to look for associated side effects, and prepare for what they might bring. We've entered Thessalio Fells. I can already sense the tide spawn up ahead.
That's a Thessalia member. We need to help him. Leave it to me.
Oh, it's Rover. I think the Sentinel.
What happened here?
Dark tide creation swarmed without warning. We were overrun before we could...
Move aside. We'll clean up. Rise from hellfire! p.3.
Satisfied mind. Fight, thank you. Lady Cantarella is still on the front lines fighting. Would you please help to reinforce her position?
It's too late, my lady. My mind can't be fixed. Save your potions for those who still have hope. I only beg. Don't let me die a monster. Don't let me become Leviathan's puppet. I see it. The end times. Paradise. Descending at last.
She is. Why are you with her?
The Physalia bloodline's ties with Leviathan run too deep. Their ancient fears were the first to be awakened. This is the true horror of the evolved dark tide. It feeds on human despair, warping that frequency to form tidespawn. Your family's antidote can still cure those lightly infected. But for those whose corruption runs deep, like him, their frequencies cannot be reversed. All we can offer is the dignity of dying as a human.
My lady, don't let me burden those who still have hope.
Matriarch of Physalia, I understand the cruelty of such a choice. If you cannot strike the final blow, allow me.
Physalia blood must be ended by Physalia hands.
Thank you. May glory return to the Physalians.
The dead rest. The living march forward. The Physalia will never forget its fallen sons and daughters. Cartathea remains secure in the Physalia estate. But the divinity's statue began whispering in our minds. Then came the Tidespawn soon after. It was Leviathan's voice. Something has awakened it.
It's very likely, Avidius. Right now, everything is riding on us finding him.
That Septimontian gladiator. Our scouts saw him advancing into the depths of Thessalio Fells.
Lady Cantarella! Rover! Reinforcements have arrived! Thessalio Fells. It's already... Attention! Deploy all acolytes to set up temporary resonance beacons. Scattering the light of Genesis will hold back the Tidespawn.
Acolyte Phoebe, a cluster of Tidespawn is marching towards the depths of Thessalio Fells.
Rover, Avidius is our mission.
I'll use my forte to defuse the family's antidote. It should help to mitigate the Dark Tide's influence.
We'll triage the wounded and fortify this position. The Order's acolytes will clear a path for you. Please, you have to stop this.
Whether the Sentinel comes or not, we are their will made flesh. We protect Rinasita.
Oh, light of Genesis, shield us! As we were at the dawn, so we stand today, as the Sentinel's soldiers.
The Order's acolytes are holding off the other Tidespawn. This is our chance to go straight for the source. Handy. Gift-wrapped prey.
Satisfy my hunger.
It's you. Forgive me that you have to see me like this. When the civilization capsule opened, I was dragged inside. A black frequency took hold of me, swallowed me whole. I saw Rinasita's beginnings and the memories of so many of its people. I saw him too. Caligula. His face was like mine. He was my past and the future I am meant to inherit.
Leviathan used the Dark Tide's frequency to force those memories into him.
Yes, I once said that I would write my own story, define my own existence. But after I left that space, I suddenly felt the Tidespawn's movements. They were converging on Thessalia Fells. I still wanted to do something, anything to stop the devastation. But once again, I stepped blindly into the churning river of chaos. The Thessalia's oldest memories awoke ahead of time. Because of me. Countless Tidespawn emerged in my wake. I tried to drive them back, but I overestimated myself and was corrupted by them. My hopes and dreams. All of it was real, so why? Why did it all come to this? From Septimont to Raguna, the blame lies with me. Perhaps this is the fate I could never outrun. Caligula's fate. It's calling to me.
Damn it. His mind is being consumed by Caligula's memories.
This is the role fate wrote for me. Fate decrees I become the Mad King. So why? Why should I reject its crown? I am the one who glimpsed fate itself. And now, I will reveal it to the world. But who can truly know the mind of fate? That is why I will become it. I will wear its face. That foolish divine mask no mortal can comprehend. I am the king, bearer of extraordinary power, risen from the dark tides. I shall quiet the waters and still the tempest. I shall be crowned in glory with the blood of the old king.
Avidius.
Unwritten one, I have no need for your pity. From the deepest dark, I rise against your purest light. Let us see which is worthy of a true ruler.
If you believe he was once an honorable gladiator, then fight him. Make him remember who he truly is.
I can write my own fate and rewrite theirs. I can quench their hunger or ignite their fury. I will tear down this wretched, false world and ride the only truth that endures for eternity. Death.
Hopefully this helps.
I am the Tempest!
Keep it together.
Tempest is slap.
Keep it together.
Speak of the devil. Baby, please. Behave now. Let's settle the score. More just a scratch.
No time to lick your wounds.
Wind cold, waves follow.
Last chance. Waves rise.
I once scorned the weakness of others. Now I see. My own heart trembles just the same. How pitiful.
His attacks are slowing.
My might will is stirring within the dark heights. Don't let up. Your memories, your emotions, they weren't all lies. Reach for them. Find what was your truth.
Annihilation!
Wind howls.
Unfettered by bounds!
Last chance. Hopefully this helps.
We'll face judgment!
Last chance. Avidius. Remember who you are. Remember the man you wanted to become.
I am human! Not one of these monsters! This will be my final glory!
Avidius. Remember who you are. Remember the man you wanted to become.
Fate lies within the dark tide. No one escapes the net it casts. Wield the dark tide's power, and it will consume.
I am nothing like you.
How do you plan to resist us?
There must be a way. Girl, was she devoured by the tide too? Wait! If you keep going, the dark tide will swallow you completely!
I know. The dark tide devours everything. Assimilates everything. If I can't escape it, then I'll use it. It's already flowing inside of me. So why can't I turn it against them? Why can't I be the one who devours them? These false frequencies need me to survive. If this power doesn't want to listen to me, then I'll show it who's the real boss. Fate may be loud, but I don't think it's that strong. I don't believe in it.
A memory left behind in the dark tide. She's right. In this war against fate, I still have a move to make. I want it to be a story that gives people hope. By my spear, I vow to protect my allies and crush the hearts of the evil. I will absorb all of the Tidespawn. Kill me and the calamity ends here. Ovidius! There's no time! Discord Slayer, I saw your past in the tide. I know what you seek to do. Take my power and finish it. That too is my wish.
I promise I will. Give me all your bitterness. We will make them pay.
Pathetic as he was, in his final moments, he outran his fate. Now, why greet our reunion with animosity? Before the tides of fate, we are all but players on a stage. A truly moving scene. A pitiful, doomed soul struggling to reclaim his fate in the final hour. Alas, his script was written long ago. In this scene, He was always fated to exit. A lie told often enough becomes the truth. Weave memory, history, experience, and you can craft a man who exists in the minds of others. But to become truly real, that path was still far off. I merely gave him form, a mask of flesh and blood, fit to walk the world. In the end, the breath that could give him life was his alone. Oh, a being born of lies, grasping for meaning in a world that offers none. Such a pursuit demands the courage to question the meaning of one's existence, yes. It demands pain. Did you not see? I did. His intentions, his ambitions, his darkness, his weakness. To lay a soul bare is not always an act of cruelty. Humanity is fate's plaything. I simply showed them the strings. I lit the fire, the hunger that might ignite their free will. Through contradictions and conflicts, pain brings metamorphosis. Tragedy breeds transcendence. Only then may a soul rise beyond itself and touch the gates of immortality. Should you still insist on my cruelty? Well, high praise indeed. At the very least, it proves this story has stirred your pity and fervor. That alone earns you the right to read through to the final act. Go then, to Septimont. The curtain is drawing. There I shall rewrite Rinasita's fate, with the dark tide as my ink. Will you suffer in silence beneath fate's poisoned arrows? Or rise to defy this world's endless trials? I, too, await your final answer.
You brought ruin to Rinasita. You think you're just walking away?
My stage lies elsewhere. In this scene, I am but a herald. But since you're so eager, I'll leave you with one final clue. I've never had much fondness for overwrought dramatic irony. The dark tide has already tainted the civilization capsule. It no longer requires the Threnodians' authority to be opened. Just a single drop of the tide's nectar will suffice. So tell me, how could an existence born of the dark tide ever serve as its anchor of reality? Be forewarned, when dark waters recede, the truth beneath the surface shall come to light.
The Harbinger of the Dark Tide is the anchor of reality of all Tidespawn. That means it must be a real, existing person. When I was absorbing the Tidespawn, I felt it. Avidius was also born of the Dark Tide.
Then, why didn't the Light of Imperator reveal his true form?
Because his intentions and words were real. He may not have shone as brightly as the sun, but in walking beneath its light, he still caught its glow. And that unshakable resolve not to become a pawn of the darkness, even unto death, that created his own truth. That's why he played right into the Quillbearer's hands. A scapegoat, the perfect sacrifice to bury the truth. All his noble wishes were twisted. Such cruel irony can rot for all I care.
Avidius shouldn't have had to bear such a fate. I will carry on his fight. I'll keep writing the story he believed in. The story that gives people hope.
Yes. As he wished. We must stop the greater tragedy that's coming. Let's return to Cantarella and check on the wounded. If Avidius wasn't the Harbinger, that means we missed something. The Tidespawn have fully retreated. The situation around Thessalio Fells is improving. Seems like the Order has already transported most of the wounded to Averado Vault. But as for the rest...
I'm so scared. Oh, it's you! The great hero, Rover! Cantarella told me stories about you. She said you're just like the heroes in the adventure tales. Brave and determined. But you can't save everyone.
Don't go. Don't leave. Don't abandon us.
Cartathea?
Mortals need salvation. Mortals need unity. righteous one, open the ascendant gates for me.
This world doesn't belong to you, Leviathan. Chimera! How are you feeling, Rover?
Stand down. I said, stand down. Fall back.
But, Lady Cantarella, we all saw it! Just now!
Enough. I told you to stand down. You've withstood the whispers before. Will you forget your loyalty to your comrades in the face of fear?
I'm sorry, Lady Cantarella, and Rover, we lost our composure.
Leviathan is a master at finding the cracks in one's spirit to tear it asunder. Go do what you must. I'll handle this.
Certain emotions between you and the others resonated. Your tacit mark opened a portal, pulling you into another illusion. That portal fed on your presence to spread malice and fear. But before it could fully take shape, I broke into your illusion and shut it down.
I saw Fenrico, Mia, and Cardathea. They all passed through that gate. What exactly lies beyond it?
That's the realm Leviathan created. The journeying paradise. Avidius was Cristoforo's decoy. He planted that decoy in Septimont for years. When the waters recede, the truth shall come to light. Rover, you are the new harbinger of the Dark Tide.
Cantarella went inside to prepare that antidote. She should be finished now. Time to find her.